Bonsoir les amis, this is Llyane Stanfield and you can find me at parisianfrench.com. If you have watched this video in anywhere else, this is going to have the transcript of the French. So future, a lot of people have problems with future, and that is because Futur simple, which is the main, form of future in French, has two problems. So people have two problems with Futur simple. First of all, it's a little harder to pronounce the futur simple for regular verbs. And secondly, there is such a thing as irregular verbs. And those irregular verbs are not easy to memorize. So you have to memorize one by one. That's a little harder. But there is a futur proche, which is near future. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to explain a little later. And futur proche, it's so much easier to use. You can use it in conversation, not so much in writing if it's not a relative to, I'll deal with this topic in the webinar this Sunday, much more in depth. But you can use it in conversation, you can get away with it, and that's perfectly fine. And I'm going to explain to you how to use it. So, I'm going to give you a context with the present and then futur simple, and then I'm going to show you the phrasing with futur simple change to futur proche. So, aujourd'hui, Paul étudie la leçon 27 de son livre. Today, Paul studies lesson 27 from his book. And I'm going to give you the transcript that I'm saying right now. The transcript is going to be in the description of the video. As soon as I finish this, I can't quite write it before. So, aujourd'hui, Paul étudie la leçon 27 de son livre. Today, Paul studies lesson 27 from his book or of this book. Demain, il étudiera la leçon 28 du livre. Tomorrow, he will study lesson 28 of the book. So, demain, il étudiera. See, it's a harder to pronounce in the futur simple. And now, how do we do this futur proche? Demain, il va étudier la leçon 28 du livre. Tomorrow, he is going to study lesson 28 of the book. And so I'm going to say again all these three tenses, right? Aujourd'hui, Paul étudie la leçon 27 de son livre. Demain, il étudiera la leçon 28 du livre. Ou demain, il va étudier la leçon 28 du livre. I'm going to give you the transcript, don't worry. And the futur proche is created just by using the present tense of the verb to go. I'm going to, you're going to, I'm going to study, he's going to, and infinitive, then the form of the verb that you find in a dictionary. So let me give you some examples. Je vais étudier, tu vas chanter, il va danser, nous allons manger, vous allez boire, ils vont dessiner. Okay? So I'm going to give you the transcript. I'll see if I remember all these verbs, but I'm going to give you a few verbs just for you to see how to use futur proche. Don't forget, this is in France. This is not necessarily acceptable in writing if it's not the right usage of this tense, and I'm going to talk much more about it in the webinar on Sunday. If you want to find out all about the webinar, go to parisianfrench.com is the link that I give you in this description here, and you'll find out about the webinar and everything in it. So don't ever give up on your dream to become bilingual. Learn to speak Parisian French on Skype and break the language barrier. Merci beaucoup et à demain. Au revoir.